Hello, welcome to the Energy of Wow with me, your host, Michelle Walsh. This podcast will light you up from the inside out so you can shine brighter, own your value and worth, and do more of what you're here to do in the world. This is for you if you're a talented entrepreneur who is getting in your own way. You know, overthinking, stuck in your head, and stopping abundance, love, joy, happiness, and money flow to you and through you. I have created this podcast as a source of inspiration and motivation where I'll be sharing tools and techniques to get you thriving and not just surviving. You were born abundant. It's not something you need to go and get. It's already there inside of you. So let's reconnect you to the power and energy of who you really are. It's time to wake up to the truth. You're talented, beautiful, and the world needs your unique gifts. I'm going to connect you to your next level confidence, self-belief, and energy. Ready for this? Then let's get started. Hello, and a really warm welcome to the very first episode of my podcast, The Energy of Wow. I am so excited to have you here and can't wait to share my pearls of wisdom, my tools and techniques that have helped myself and hundreds of my clients get magnificent results in their life and business. Have more wow moments. Today's a very auspicious day. You may or may not be listening to this on the day of its launch, which is the 22nd of the 2nd, 22. Now, I didn't even know that was a thing, numbers being aligned. But if you're spiritual like me, then I became aware of all this when I started to see 1111. I didn't really know what the significance was, but there's something really special about this day. There won't be another day for a very long time before all the numbers are lined up like they are today. So let's get started. You are not here by coincidence. Everything is synchronicity. Everything is working out. On some level, there is something that I'm going to share today that you need to hear. Now, maybe it's something that you've heard many, many times before, but maybe the way I share it or the way you hear it will have an impact. So I'm really excited. When I first became aware of what I wanted to share in my podcast, I'd had this idea for a podcast for a very long time, but it was when I really got in deep into not just what I help people do, but how I do it specifically. And I know I can bring this same magic into micro broadcasts and longer broadcasts and interviews of really tapping into more moments in your life where you feel and experience wow. You see, you are energy. Energy is you. You were created from energy. And whatever is going on inside your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs is creating an energetic vibration. And that is going out into the world. Now, when you want more than what you have, and by the way, you wouldn't be here listening to this if your soul wasn't calling for you to be more than you are at the moment. You are being called to be either do, be, or have something more than you have. Then when you're being called, whatever it is that you desire outside of you that is more than what you already have, then it requires your energy and frequency to raise up, to match that which you are looking to attract. I mean, we've all heard the sayings, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. And that's even more so when it comes to focusing on energy and how you feel, because when you lift and raise your energy and vibration, then things happen in your life with much more ease and flow. Now, this isn't about being happy, clappy, high vibe, in an unsustainable state of energy. This is just like raising your new normal, creating a new default setting for yourself that gives you so much more power, because when you're in this level of energy, a raised level of energy, it allows you to be more resourceful. Let's face it, life is always going to happen. I've had my fair share of ups and downs, disappointments, tragedies, can't even say the word. And life is meant to happen. The full spectrum of life are the highs and the lows. But when you tap into this new way of living, of being, of believing how resourceful and magnificent you are, then it makes the lows easier to cope with. It makes the low times less. You can make them shorter. And I'll be sharing with you tools and techniques to help you bounce back out of the low times so that you don't go down like that sinkhole. You are constantly tuning in to a frequency. You have a frequency around you right now, and that's dictated by your thoughts, which create a feeling, which then sends a vibration out into the world. Now, typically, you can have some thoughts that are not helping you get to where you want to be. So they are low vibration. So what happens is we're wanting something better than what we have, but then we have those moments of fear and doubt and worry and not good enough, which is a low vibration. And then we attract all the things that match that. And it can be a very, very frustrating time. But I'm going to share with you how you can crack this, how you can be the champion of your own thoughts, how you can raise your awareness. And once you've got that awareness, then you can choose to start to think, do, and be something different. When you hit this new level of frequency of energy, then it really is like hitting the sweet spot of life. We've all got this thing of, knowing the hamster wheel, that the better you feel, the more great things happen, the better you feel, the more great things happen. And it goes round and round and round. But often we've got the reverse happening where we don't feel great. So we attract things that aren't great. So we feel worse. And we all know this because we are in a world of having a bird's eye view on everybody's life. Everybody's life is out there, that they're feeding us all these amazing things that are happening to themselves. And if you're in that hamster wheel cycle of not feeling great, you look, find, and attract the things that magnify how rubbish you feel, and that makes you feel worse. So it's about pattern interrupting. And I'll share with you in a minute exactly how you can do that. But before we get to that, here, I want to say something to you that you may or may not have heard ever, or may not have heard even yet today. But this is no bullshit. This is absolute truth. You are magnificent. You are incredible. You're unique. You're talented. You're special. And the world needs you and your expertise in however you share your work, whether you're working in a company, whether you've got your own business, whatever it is that you do, whether you work or deal with products or services, you are here to make a difference. Because when you share your unique gifts in your unique way, even if you do the same or something similar to somebody else, it's your energy, your perspective, your beliefs, your delivery that makes it unique. And when you do that, it makes people feel better. Think about this. Think about the people you've worked with. If you're in business, think about the transformation that you facilitate in your clients. When you do your work, you get magical results. People feel amazing. They think you're the best thing since sliced bread. And so that's infectious. The more you do, the more you get. The more you do, the more you get. And I want to empower you to know that the world is waiting for you. And this is the whole purpose of this podcast, is to help you experience and retain the muscle memory of the wow moments, so that in every single day you see the wow that is already there waiting for you. I've made reference to this just a few moments ago, that, the world is waiting for you. Your soul is calling you to do, be, or have more than you have. And you're here to make an impact. And how do I know that? Because my energy is aligned is radiating out the frequency of attracting those people that are here to make an impact. Now, how much impact you have a desire to make, either today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, is entirely up to you. But you know this in your heart of hearts. You're not making as big an impact as you could, as I know that. Hence why I've launched into doing this podcast. I knew I was playing small, and you know on some level that you're playing small too. But you deserve more. You absolutely deserve to experience the full expression of life. And the only way you can do that is to start to create a bigger vision for yourself. Whether, a vision isn't just what it means, as in something you see. You might be somebody that feels your vision. You might be somebody who creates the sensory feelings and emotions. But whatever it is, you are being called to expand and be more. And you already know how wow feels. You already have this in your muscle memory, but you're just not practicing it often enough. So think back to a holiday or a day out, or getting married, meeting the one you love, having a baby, having a puppy, a kitten, a horse, a new house, a new car. You've all had those moments, and they're glimpses, aren't they? They're like, woo, but it's growing the energy. It's like putting together more wow moments that make you feel better, that get you on that hamster wheel of things happening almost seemingly as if from nowhere. Because then the universe, God, angels, Buddha, whatever it is that you believe in, is responding to your higher frequency when you have more wow moments. Now, the wow moments are around you every moment of every day. But sometimes we're so blinkered and we're so focused on where we're going, we actually forget to be in this moment, to just look around you, see around you, hear around you, feel around you. Just how much wow is going on every single day that we're probably just either taking for granted or not even noticing. When your energy shifts, so here's how I first came into the awareness of energy. I published my book a few years ago, 6 years ago, I think, called The Big Shift. And it was the 7 principles that take women in business from the mindset of being a woman in business to a businesswoman. And for over 9 years at that point, I'd been getting just mind-blowing, incredible results for my clients in record time. And I knew all the tools and techniques that I used, but I didn't know actually what was happening. And then, as if the universe was trying to give me one big sign that I just wasn't seeing, hence the pull and the draw and the download to call the book The Big Shift, I suddenly realized I shift people's energy. And how I do that is by shifting limiting beliefs, limitations, old energy, old experiences that are hanging around in the energy that literally anchor us down. I've done this journey, I teach this journey, I share this journey, in that the more you release, the more you let go of things that aren't serving you, that aren't helping you be the best that you can be, then you literally feel lighter. My work is tangible. People feel the shift in the moment when we're doing the work. And the lighter you feel, the more euphoric you feel, the higher your energy. It's like you're fizzing from the inside out. So this is where I want to help you, help yourself to shift your energy just in micro little habits that have this massive impact that will change how you feel and change what you feel is possible for you in your life. Because how you change limitations, limiting beliefs, limiting experiences that you've had is literally like taking the power out of them and then re-imprinting them, recoding them with new experiences that take you where you want to be. It's literally taking a limiting belief and creating a complete opposite, which is an empowering belief, and boom, your life starts to experience more wows. I'm going to do a specific episode just on beliefs and limitations in the coming weeks. So stay tuned for that. So where does it all start from about how you feel? Well, here's how it starts. It starts with a thought. You have a thought that creates a feeling inside of you that has an energy vibration. And that feeling is either propelling you towards what you desire or it's repelling you from what you desire. And, we can sort of think, well, where do the thoughts come from? Well, a lot of the thoughts you have are thoughts that you had yesterday and today, and you'll have tomorrow, and you've thought for years and years and years. Their patterns of thoughts and behaviors are almost ingrained and entrenched in who you are. And in order to do, be, or have something different requires you to create new thoughts that create new feelings, new beliefs, new energy, and you're on that another trajectory. But for now, it's about tuning in to what you're thinking, where that thought's coming from, catching yourself in the awareness of how you can absolutely change it all around. Because when you feel good, here's the magic within business specifically, is when you feel good, when you feel confident in who you are, in the difference you make, in your special area of expertise, people feel that energy. People buy into your confidence and belief in what you can do for them. They are drawn to your energy, and that's what makes you magnetic. When you step into these feelings of wow, then you become magnetic, and it's not so much as having to go out and find clients, it's showing up in this magnetic energy that radiates out from you, that draws people to you. Hoping this is resonating with you. So here I'm going to share with you now some of my top tips that I use and I use with my clients that help you be the best that you can be, to start to really tap in to feeling and experiencing more wow moments where you feel better about your life, about yourself, about what the future holds for you. Because guess what? The future holds whatever you believe inside. So let's get started. First tip is start your day with feeling great. Great, Michelle. How do I do that? Here's how. Before your feet even touch the floor, before you get out of bed, I want you to think about the thing that you're most looking forward to that day. Now, it could be something really big or it could be something tiny. It doesn't matter, but we're building on these, we're building the focus. So where your focus goes, energy grows. And so when you focus on the great things that are happening in your business and your life, then the energy expands and you feel better. So think about it. It could be your regular drive-through coffee. It could be a client you're working with, or a prospect that you're talking to, or it could be some content that you're delivering live, or a masterclass, or a 5-day challenge, or you could be doing a podcast interview with somebody. Think about the thing you're looking forward to most. Just one. If you've got more, great, happy days. But just find one. And then we'll start to train your mind and your brain to just see the best things that are happening in your life. That's step one. The second one is this is a biggie. This is telling your old negative thought patterns, the things that you say that pull you down, like telling them to jog on. Awareness is your first step to change. So this takes some time. You're not going to miraculously wake up tomorrow morning like a new person. It's a gradual process of eliminating what's not served you and then plumbing in little micro habits that bring you more of what you want. So the first thing is catch yourself thinking, feeling, or saying out loud or silently things that are not in your best interest, that are not taking you closer to your dreams and goals. So what would they be? Think about it. We all do it. If we go to do something, we worry we're not good enough, or we compare ourselves to other people. We're in a showcase world where we see everything from everybody. But of course, a lot of people are only showing us the best aspects. But everybody has that polarity, duality. With every great thing that happens, there are things that aren't so great. But in nourishing yourself and your body and your mind and making yourself more resourceful, it enables you to cope with the down moments easier and quicker. So catch yourself, and you can have your own technique for this. You can go, get out, stop, no, I'm not doing this, jog on, leave me alone, I've had enough, whatever feels right for you, but have a response that the minute you catch yourself in the awareness, and you'll get better at this, you'll know when you've got better because you'll hear it in other people. And when you hear it in other people, you realize how much more you've evolved, because you'll hear what people are saying out loud, what they're commanding to the universe. So catch yourself in that moment and just tell it to jog on, or do whatever feels right for you. And then when you've done that, when you've caught yourself thinking that negative thought, is replace it with a new thought, a thought that makes you feel better. So, we've spoken about the energy. When you have a thought that's not great, it makes you feel rubbish. When you have a thought that makes you feel good, it makes you feel amazing. So maybe write a list of the experiences, the thoughts that you can have that make you feel better. One of the techniques I have specifically when I'm on a plane on a long haul flight is I go into this dream world of, oh, what if this and what if that, like a childlike state where there are no limitations. You can just do, be, or have anything. So what am I going to think? What am I going to feel? Flip that switch. So when you catch yourself thinking or feeling a negative thought, tell it to jog on and immediately replace it with something, with a memory, a thought, a feeling of either something that's happening that day or something that you've done recently that brings you back to that wow energy. That's like you're creating new neural pathways. I'm an NLP practitioner where, your mind creates pictures and responses to thoughts and feelings that you have. So what we're doing is disconnecting more of those that aren't serving you and reconnecting new ones. It's like you're creating a little diversion and creating new ones. It's so, so powerful. Also, make a list of all the things that make you feel good. Now, there's all sorts of examples. There could be going for a walk, going for a jog, going to the gym, going for a swim, horse riding, chatting with a friend, going for coffee, just having you time, having a bath, all of the things. Write a list of the things that make you feel good, because when you do more of what feels good, your energy and vibration goes through the roof and you attract incredible things to you. Of course, you've got to know what incredible things you'd like, but that's for a whole nother episode. For now, just focus on feeling good. The second thing is do less of what makes you feel rubbish. Now, this could be as big or as small as you want to make it. But look around you in your day-to-day life, in your weekly, monthly life. Are you surrounding yourself by the people that support you, that cheer you on, that see your strengths and carry you in your weaknesses? Or are you surrounded by people that are forever pulling you down or not believing you or doubting you? The sadness is, from my experience and a lot of the clients that I've worked with, the very people that you expect to support you are the people that are not supporting you and might be holding you back, might be keeping you down. And it's really difficult if they're family. I've had so many experiences of my family, my closest family, not supporting me. You can't literally divorce your family, but what you can do is protect yourself. Literally put an imaginary bubble of protection around yourself to keep yourself in your bubble of goodness. And hopefully this will impact them, because there's all sorts of reasons. This isn't about judging other people, by the way. This isn't about you feeling better or you being better, but this is about suspending judgment, but just doing what's best for you. So pick and choose who you spend time with. Are they lifting you? You know, I often, as I rise up in my experiences of energy and vibration, as I expand into my next level, I'm always saying to my husband, I need some new friends. I need some new friends. And what I actually mean is, I need to be surrounded by more people who will think, feel, and are in the energy that I'm in. And that's exactly what you can do for yourself, is look for people that raise you up on and offline. You know, and if you've got a friend or somebody that rings you up or that messages you and your heart sinks when you see them, then you've really got to review how much time you spend in the energy of that person. And of course, I know that, you know, you could all be doing things, you could be in jobs or doing things that aren't feeding your soul. And I know we have to do what you need to do at the time to live your life, to generate income, to pay the bills. But it's not more where you are, it's where you want to be that has the biggest impact. And look, you know, I've been on two ends of the spectrum. Well, certain spectrums. People would say I'm on another spectrum, but here we go. I've been financially rich, like had lots of material things outside of me, and emotionally poor, like bereft, like a big hole inside of me. But I've also been emotionally rich and financially poor. And, you know, my aim is to guide myself and you to have both. You can have both. It's no, you know, it's no judgment on you if you like and enjoy the things that money buys. I love money. Money loves me. I love the things that money allows me to do, not just for myself, but for my family and for the people, charities that I love to support. The more money I make, the more people I can help. So it's about getting in that energy of knowing and feeling and believing that you can be financially rich, and it's okay to be financially rich and emotionally rich. So eliminate all that rubbish from your life that you don't want, all those energies that just drain you, that suck the life out of you, and look for situations, people, experiences that fill you up, that make you feel amazing and wow. Here's one that I can see already, or feel, or imagine some of you cringing, going, oh no. Meditate. Now, there's a caveat to this. Meditation means many things to many people. It's not just about sitting and, you know, candles lit and going hum. Meditation is a space of time where you're in the moment, where you're not regurgitating the past and you're not thinking of the future. You're just in the moment. You're just being you, just being. And whatever that takes for you. Now, it could be guided meditation. And, you know, if you look below where you're watching or seeing this, there are some links. I've got some free meditations over on my website, michellewalsh.com. So if you're on YouTube, you'll see them down below. And I'll find a way, if you're on the podcast, of how to give you the links to where everything is. But you could just go quiet. You could just spend 10 minutes a day not thinking about anything, just going quiet. Or you could just search anywhere and do a meditation. But meditation for you might mean going for a walk in nature, where you're connecting, where you're just in that moment. It might mean where you're running, where all you're thinking about is the run. It might mean swimming, but you need to carve out a minimum of 10 minutes a day to just think about nothing. And if you're new to thinking about nothing, and trust me, I was this person 15, 17 years ago. Then put a timer on your phone, turn your phone upside down and just sit in silence. Just try it a minute at a time and see how long you can go. Just focusing on you, focusing on your breath, focusing on just being in that moment, because it's so, so powerful. And in that meditative state, in that quietness, allows intuition, allows guidance to come to you and through you. So you make life easier when you meditate, because you don't have to think about the how, you are given the how. But chances are often you're far too noisy in your mind. There's so many cogs whirring around. You're like a washing machine on a 1600 spin speed that there's no room for anything to come in. And finally, before we wrap this first episode up, is this: end your day with a review of how amazing the day's gone. This is literally head on the pillow before you sink into your deep sleep. Is think about the best thing that's happened that day. Doesn't matter, however big or small. Remember, we're training your mind, your brain, to focus on the good in your life, the good that you've had, the good that you're expecting. So you top and tail your day with focus on what you're looking forward to and the best thing that's happened. So that's it. That is the first episode done. I am so, so grateful. Grateful that you're still listening, that you're still here. If you know another female soulpreneur who needs to hear this stuff, who needs to tap into their magnificence and start sharing their gifts with the world, please, please, please like and share it with everybody that you know. I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for being here, for being able to share my wisdom that I know will make a difference to you and your life. Have more wow moments, and I'll see you next time.